Gambling has roots that trace back to the dawn of civilization, intertwining with the very essence of ancient cultures around the world. Far from being a mere modern pastime, it is a tradition rich with ritual, woven into the social and spiritual fabric of early societies. This practice served not only as entertainment but also as a crucial element in ritualistic ceremonies and community decision-making processes. Let's delve deeper into how these early games of chance played pivotal roles, influencing fate and forging the foundations of civilizations. In many ancient cultures, the roll of dice or the casting of lots was more than just a game, it was a form of divination, a way to understand the will of the gods or to seek guidance in uncertain times. For example, in Mesopotamia, priests would use marked bones and stones to predict the future and make decisions about everything from agricultural planning to wartime strategy. This practice, known as cleromancy, was considered a direct line to the supernatural, a method trusted to reveal divine plans and appease deities. As civilizations evolved, so did the role of gambling. It became a communal activity that reinforced social bonds and hierarchies. In ancient Egypt, gambling was popular among both the aristocracy and the common folk. Games involving dice were common in festive gatherings and banquet halls, blurring the lines between social classes and allowing for interaction in a socially accepted framework. This not only entertained but also solidified relationships and allowed for an informal exchange of information and goods. The influence of gambling on governance can be traced back to the leaders of Rome and Greece, where decisions on governance were sometimes left to the outcome of a dice game. Leaders used these methods to resolve disputes and make policy decisions, believing that chance outcomes were guided by the hands of the divine. This method was seen as both a practical solution to deadlocks and a divine intervention into the affairs of men. Furthermore, gambling served educational purposes, teaching mathematical concepts of probability and chance, and introducing strategic thinking and risk assessment. Economically, the operation of gambling houses and the organization of betting on events like chariot races or gladiatorial games contributed significantly to local economies, providing employment and generating revenue through taxes and fees. These early establishments laid the groundwork for the economic structure of modern gaming industries. The spread of gambling practices across continents also illustrates the early forms of cultural exchange. As empires expanded, they brought with them their games and practices. The Silk Road, for example, was not just a route for trading spices and silk but also ideas and leisure activities, including gambling games. This exchange influenced local cultures and led to the adoption and adaptation of games across different societies, enhancing intercultural connections and enriching local traditions. Thus, the ancient origins of gambling show us that it was much more than mere recreation. It was a fundamental aspect of cultural identity, used for everything from divine communication to social lubrication. It helped shape political landscapes, supported economic systems, and facilitated cultural exchanges that shaped the civilizations we study today. As we consider the legacy of gambling, it becomes clear that the dice and cards are not just tools of chance but keys to understanding deep societal structures and human interactions throughout history.